My name is Mike Bosso. I write under the title of E.M. Bosso, and I'm an author. I realized I wanted to be an author when I was in high school. I actually wrote an underground newspaper. Probably the most important moment of my young life was sitting in the principal's office with my parents at the time, trying to explain the First Amendment. I've always thought or been told that people learn best from stories. So you kind of have an option of whether you want to go stand on a soapbox and preach to the world, or if you want to write them a story that perhaps they might learn a few things from. I think a lot of evils have been done in the world because people have been afraid to speak out. Everyone has something valuable. Everyone has something valuable to say, so go ahead and say it. Because we all live in the world, we all have our own personal perspectives on things and our personal beliefs. You know, a lot of people have things that they're afraid to say. They're afraid they're going to offend somebody. They're afraid they're going to be taken out of society because they don't agree with things that everybody else seems to agree with. I think because of that, there are a lot of people that don't say the things they mean or say the things they want to say. So I get my inspiration from everywhere, and I put my own personal bent on it. I'll tell you, the first book I published, Smafu, all relationships that go on over any length of time have issues and problems, and everyone experiences it. After I wrote Smafu, which is about a marriage that's kind of going sideways, going sour, not looking good, I won't tell you if they find redemption in the end or not, but it is a different kind of ending than most books like this would have. I started to get emails from readers and messages from readers saying, you know what, thank you for writing that book. It saved my marriage. If you're not putting it all out there and you're not giving everything you have to the reader at that point, you're not going to get those kind of reactions. You're just going to have another basic romance novel, another basic thriller, another science fiction book, whatever that case may be. And I could do that, but I don't want to. You know, I want to write books that have meaning to people. So in order to get to that level, you basically have to throw all of your pride, all of your dignity aside and just give it all to the work. You know, actually, my books don't sell particularly well in the US. There's very little exposure, but in the UK, I'm actually fairly big. In South Africa, of all places, I'm huge. I'm the international author for the month of November in South Africa. It's just a completely and totally bizarre feeling. One of the things I found fascinating, though, is because my stories are more personal related and world related, and especially relationship related, it's amazing that everyone in the world really has the same beliefs and the same problems and the same family lives. You know, the people in South Africa are not any different than the people in the UK, and are not any different than the people in Switzerland, and they're not any different than us. So it's been eye-opening to see that you know, no matter where you are in the world, relationship problems are the same. Reminds me of the book, The Ugly American. In that book, basically was going through a time frame where he was just kind of living his life as an American and not recognizing that there were other places in the world that had different perspectives and different beliefs. He was just going through his day, you know, eating hamburgers and cheeseburgers and fries and not bothering to learn other languages and not bothering to ask people about other families and other relationships they have in their country. So it's been interesting. Oregon's a very liberal, very be free and be who you are kind of city and state. It allows a great deal of artistic expression that somebody in a different state may not have. You know, we're not exactly in the Bible Belt. You know, if we were in the Midwest, you wouldn't have the same kind of freedom of speech and freedom of expression. You know, I'll tell you the truth. You know, I put my passion and my love aside for probably 30 years. Because, you know, you have kids and you have jobs and you have bills and mortgages and all the things that you have to do, and you don't have time necessarily to do what you love. And if you're doing what you love, you will be a success at it. And if you're doing what you love and you're a success at it, money and fame will follow. Have a great day.